I welcome you on the behalf of the UBS family, the chairman, the staff and the students of UBS to the India's first Green Business School. So you've coached more than 1,55,000 professionals across India, and we have privileged to have added to a small number to it.
Sure.
How do you feel this green concept that UBS has brought to India, how much significance will it hold in the coming years in the concept of green?
Yeah, I'm really very impressed with the way the campus is built and the norms and the principles on which it is built. And whether you're in college, school, or you go and do your own business or work, I think environment is playing a key role. So if you start it from the college itself, then it's going to impact your life in a positive way. So I'm happy to see that the core concept of environment friendliness is inculcated in the teaching itself. And it's implemented for you to see. It's not just a theoretical topic.
It's actually an honor to have you here with us.
My pleasure.
So, you started as a gynecologist by qualification. How did you end up becoming a business efficiency guru? What key turned that you turned into this IT field and have been there so forth for so long?
Yeah.
What actually happened that made you change your way here?
Yeah, so as you know, becoming a gynecologist is a long study process, 9 years, and during the study, I just started programming as a hobby. So we had some spare time, and then I started developing software which was found useful for patient management. So many people asked me to develop software for them, and I had some freelance kind of business running. So when I finished my post-graduation, I thought, let me try this out for some time. If it doesn't work, I can always go back. That was in 91. And of course, nothing worked out immediately, but I was into it and I was happy doing it, and I could see people benefiting from it. So I continued. And then I realized that many people are using technology, but not to the fullest extent, because everyone is in a hurry to do stuff and they don't have time to learn. And people who create technology are not putting enough effort in making sure that people are using the technology fully. So that was a void, that was an area which was missed out by the industry. So I thought I will work on it. That's how I became an efficiency expert.
Was there something specific that fascinated you in the field of IT before you started coding, or there might be something that intrigued you to look into a little more?
From a medical perspective, I can say that in medicine everything is ambiguous. It's not like engineering field or a computational field where input, you can say this process and this is the output. Everything is predictable in these fields. Whereas in human body there are so many variations and we are still trying to learn how things work. So it's partial knowledge and a lot of ignorance. Whereas in IT was much more structured. So I was inclined to look at it because whatever you say happens. There is no ambiguity there. And then what happens if it is helping someone else? Then it's even more gratifying. So in that sense, people have needs and I'm creating software to solve their needs. So it's like having a disease and I'm giving medicines to solve that problem. So it's similar in one way.
So being in the IT field, have you ever considered going back into actually practicing your gynecology?
No, not really, because after 20 years I don't know whether I am allowed to and whether I will be.
Okay.
The surgical skills will remain, but as of now I'm still happy with what I'm doing and I can see people benefiting from it. So as of now, no plans to go back.
With the benefiting part, I'm really very sure that because we also have benefited, we have learned how many hours do we actually waste as a whole of our life.
Absolutely.
And you maximizing the use of office in front of us, telling us what are things to be do. I'm sure that it was just a small glance of what it actually is or what it actually is capable of doing. We have really understood that yes, how inefficient, the word as it was repeated again and again, we are or we have been. And I think this session of yours has done something great to us, that we know that now the hours thing has to be reduced to minutes so that we can save a lot on the whole life.
And use those hours in a more productive way for driving your growth.
True. So say you interacted with the students here. How would you say that how corporate ready they are, even though yes, the skills that you've given us are still that we need to work on?
Sure.
How would you say that how ready they are to hit the market?
I think this was a very good interaction. First of all, I was very happy to see that everyone is carrying the latest laptops and the latest version of Office. Not only that, the level of interaction has been much better than other places I've gone to, and I go to at least 14 countries. So that's one. Second is everyone was participating. Normally what happens is few people are more active and others are passive. Here everyone was participating and trying to learn on the fly, which is good. And the kind of questions people asked were also, I would say, at a much higher level than the kind of questions I get today. So I'm sure you'll all do very well. You are much more ready than I have seen other places to be.
Well, thank you so much, sir, for your kind words and the wisdom that you've given us. It has been an honor to be in your presence here. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. Pleasure.